Hello students, today we are going to talk about law of Malus, and we will also talk what are the uses of polarides. What is polaride? We have already used it. Well, it is a crystal which allows light to pass through it, only those light whose vibrations are electrical vibrations are parallel to its optic axis. Means it allows the light having vibration in particular direction only to pass through and absorbs the rest of the light. So these are called polarides. And when the same crystal, when we use to check whether the light is polarized or not, then we name it as analyzer. So now let us understand what is Malus, law of Malus. Well, when we allow some ordinary light to pass through a polarizer, the emerging light is plane polarized, and since the ordinary light is having uniformly distributed, randomly distributed electric fields about the direction of propagation, and perpendicular to, in the plane perpendicular to the axis direction of propagation. So therefore what happens when the light ray passes through the polarizer, half of its intensity, say if we distribute the whole vibration in two directions, one along the optic axis and another perpendicular to the optic axis, we have two components, one cos component, another sine component. Those which are perpendicular to the optic axis, they vanish, and those which are along the optic axis are able to cross through. And therefore, since the energy is randomly and uniformly distributed along the all directions, therefore sine component must be equal to cos component, and only sine component is able to cross through. Therefore half of the intensity incident on the polarizer is only able to emerge out of the polarizer if the incident light is unpolarized light. Now what law of Malus says, that if a plane polarized light is incident on an analyzer, that is a polarized, then the emerging light out of the analyzer will be given by the relation I equal to I0 cos square theta, where I0 is the intensity of light incident on the analyzer, and theta is the angle between the optic axis of polarizer which has produced the polarized light and the optic axis of analyzer which is analyzing this polarized light. Means the theta is the angle between the optic axis of polarizer and the axis of analyzer. So Malus law states that the emerging light through an analyzer, when a plane polarized light is incident on it, is directly proportional to a square of the cos of the angle between the optic axis of analyzer and the optic axis of the polarizer. So this is all about law of Malus. Now we will talk about the polarides, its uses. Well, whenever you happen to visit some hilly area which are snow covered, then during daytime when you visit there, you will experience that the sun is so bright that it can even make you blind if you keep staring at those lights. And therefore, to protect ourselves, we use polarized glasses. What happens when we put on the polarized glasses? The ordinary light, the intensity of light emerging out of the polarized glasses becomes half of that of the incident light, and therefore our eyes get protected. It is also used in case of screen of the automobiles, the cars, etc., which protects our eyes from the glare coming from the vehicles on the opposite side in front of the car. And also the polarites are used in the screens of electronic gadgets, mobile, etc., wherever we need the light to be controlled, and that screen is usually a polarized glass. That's all for today. Thank you and have a nice day.